Hello, I'm Kirsty _Diamond Painter. Welcome to my channel. We've come to the end of another year, so it's that time to look through everything I've completed in 2025. This will be more or less the same as last year's video, where I'll show the completed kit and then give it 3 scores out of 5 so that I can rank all of them at the end. There will be a mystery kit somewhere in the middle of this. Of course, I will give a warning when I'm about to show the actual image, but if you're skipping through, then just be aware of that. Just before we get into it, there are a couple of things I want to mention. Firstly, I've actually made progress in reducing my stash this year. I started the year with 40, one of those being a work in progress, and I've ended the year on 32, 2 of those being a work in progress, which I know I wouldn't usually have more than one whip, but it's a mystery kit and I like to still be able to post regular progress, so I've got another one that I can post the progress of. The other thing I want to talk about quickly are whip and chat videos. So in last year's review, I said how I wanted to start doing them more regularly, as they were fun to do when I did them as part of the Wizard and World DP Along weekly updates video. And I did start off pretty strong. I'd decided monthly would be best because I wouldn't have time to do more often than that. I was enjoying them and things were going great. But then we got to around July time and I wasn't just reducing my kit stash, but I'd also massively reduced what accessories I was purchasing too. Combine that with the fact that I was also in my busy period for work, which was only going to get busier the closer to the end of the year we got. I just didn't have anything interesting to talk about anymore. So I decided I would stop doing them so often. I'll definitely still do at least one during the event, but outside of that I'll stick to shorter content videos and actually catching up on the unboxings I need to post, as well as doing more post reviews. With that being said, let's take ourselves back to the start of 2025 and to the first canvas I completed of the year. These will be fairly quick fire, so prepare yourself. This is Blue by Yaroslavla Glustova, and it's from Belarus Diamonds. A lot of their kits were discontinued this year as they've changed supplier, and there was a whole issue with the old supplier not releasing the renders they had paid for, so that's why you might find a lot of their kits not available. This one is 50 by 50 cm, round diamonds, and has 47 colours including 4 ABs. It was started on 1st of January and finished 29th of January. I also participated in the Dots of Kindness event. I enjoyed working on this one. It was a nice size to start off the year, and it was also the first kit I completely swapped out one colour for a special diamond instead. One of the blues in her hair I swapped out for Bella Sparkle Dust. For its scores, I gave 5 for image, 4 for enjoyment. Although this was super fun to work on, there were a lot of trash drills in the darker colours, which made things like the background a pain to work through. And I give 4 for colours. This seems to be a common theme with Belarus Diamond kits, and you might disagree with me, but I find the highlights in certain areas aren't quite the right colour. They're a bit too light compared with the original. Next up is The Mushroom Witch by Gully Draws, also from Belarus Diamonds. It's a 55 cm by 55 cm kit, square diamonds, and has 45 colours including 5 ABs. It was started 1st February and finished 1st March. This is a great image, and even though there are only 5 ABs, there were a lot of them. If I were to do this image again, I would swap a lot of the ABs out for sparkle dust ones instead. I love the little mushrooms in the hat though. The scores for this one are 5 for image, 4 for enjoyment. I don't enjoy placing ABs very much, and the sheer number of them made it a little less fun for me. Plus, it flared up the tendinitis I sometimes get in my thumb as I was using tweezers for them. And 4 for colour. I don't know if I got the wrong colour for the background, but it just didn't blend at all or match the original artwork. The third kit to be completed was Bittersweet by Sarah Richter from Diamond Art Club. It's a 64 cm by 51 cm kit, round diamonds, and has 48 colours including 4 ABs. It was started 4th March and finished 6th April. This was one of the kits I purchased during my first year of finding Diamond Art Club. I absolutely loved the image at the time, but my tastes have changed, and although I still like it, it's not something I would purchase now, so it was a bit of a struggle to push through and finish. The colour blocking and variety of colours definitely helped me get through this. Scoring for this one is 4 for the image. It's just not my style now. 3 for enjoyment. This is the first time I've ever had to force myself to finish a kit. And 4 for colour. Some of the areas, like the green in her hair, just looked a little off. Now, this next one is the mystery kit, so I will give a warning before actually showing the image. I won't show it for long, and then I'll let you know when it's safe to look again. This is mystery kit number 59, Fantasy Whimsical by Randall Spangler from Diamond Art Club. It's 89cm by 60cm, square diamonds, and has 61 colours including 3 ABs and 4 fairy dust. This was my only whip carried over from 2024. It was started 29th of June 2024 and finished 19th of April 2025. I did also participate in the Draglins and Books event. If you don't want to see what the image is, look away now. This was the first mystery kit I'd done where you really couldn't make out what the image was before working on it. And I always love the way the colours come together on mystery kits, even when you know what the image will be. I also took a fairly big break from working on this, maybe 5 or 6 months, which is also why it ended up taking so long to complete. Okay, you can look back if you were looking away. The scores for this are 5 for image, 5 for enjoyment, and 5 for colours. No more needs to be said. I loved it. Next up is Desert Bloom Dreamcatcher by J. Madej from Diamond Art Club. This is a 50.7 by 70.6cm kit, round diamonds, and it has 43 colours with 3 being ABs and 3 being fairy dust. It was started 12th of April and finished 6th of May. I really enjoyed working on this one, especially after having to push through on Bittersweet. This was a perfect one to get started on and bring that joy back that I usually get with diamond painting. It's not the usual style image I would go for, but something about it just struck with me and I really like how it turned out. This also gets 5 for image, 5 for enjoyment, and 5 for colours. I seem to have forgotten to film this one, but the next one I completed is Floating Lanterns by Zoe Lee from Art Dot. This is 25cm by 35cm, round diamonds, and it has 33 colours including 3 ABs. It was started 18th of May and finished 24th of May. Now this is part of a 12 kit set, and it was something Art Dot sent to me to try out as part of their affiliate program. I've got to say, considering the size of it, the rendering is pretty good. I believe the artist was commissioned to make smaller images simple enough to turn into diamond art, which has obviously helped. If Art Dot could just make their diamonds a better quality, these would be brilliant little kits to do. Scoring, it gets 4 for image, probably down to the size, but it's not super clear what the lotus flowers are. 3 for enjoyment. They use acrylic diamonds and they're all covered with that dusty coating, which means that wax or putty needs changing a lot compared to normal. And 5 for colours. I don't know what number we're on now, but next we have the Hogwarts Express by Warner Brothers from Diamond Art Club. It's 86 by 56cm, round diamonds, and has 47 colours including 3 ABs. It was started 10th of May and finished 14th of June. I also participated in 2 events, Wisdom World DP Along and All Things Magical DP Along. Obviously I'm always going to love my Harry Potter kits, and this was no exception. There was a nice mix of colour blocking and light confetti, which is my favourite type of canvas. I was also weirdly obsessed with the rendering of the bricks. I don't know why, something about them is just really satisfying. So the scores for this one are 5 for image, 4 for enjoyment. There were a lot of trash in the 310 diamonds, and a lot of 310 diamonds in the image. And 5 for colours. The next finish is Magic Rats by Sarah Richter from Diamond Art Club. It's a 55.8 by 70.7cm kit, square diamonds, and it has 72 colours including 2 ABs, 1 iridescent and 1 fairy dust. It was started 17th June and finished 22nd July. This was the second kit I did for the All Things Magical DP Along event. What a beautiful kit this is, and it was the first time I had used iridescent diamonds. I believe they're like crystal diamonds if you were to be purchasing enhancements, but I love the effect of them. Scores for this are 5 for image, 4 for enjoyment. This was another one with a lot of trash in the darker colours, and 4 for colours. Again, it might just be me, but the rat's face seems a bit patchy rather than smooth transitions like its backs and legs. The next is a set of minis rather than one kit, National Parks Edition 2 from Paint Gem. These are 6cm by 9cm each in a set of 10, square diamonds, and there are 30 colours used in the whole set. Started 26th of July and finished 4th of August. It's always a little bit refreshing to complete minis like this or smaller kits, although with this set I was sent the complete wrong colour for one of the diamonds. I think it was one of the greys used in the mountain. They sent a green or blue instead, I can't remember now, but it was just the wrong bag put in. Luckily I had some spares of the correct colour. This gets 5 for image, 3 for enjoyment, on top of worrying about running out of the wrong colour, which I did in the end with about 6 to go. The glue wasn't as sticky as previous paint gym kits I've done. It was a struggle to get some of them to stick at all. And 4 for colours. Some of the dye lots were off quite a lot more than what you would expect. Next is Cottage by the Lake by Steve Crisp from Diamond Art Club. It's 76cm by 51cm, square diamonds, and it has 42 colours including 2 ABs. It was started 9th of August and finished 20th of September. I feel like this kit just hit the wrong time for being worked on. I love the image, but it's a lot of confetti, which takes longer anyway. But I was also incredibly busy with work, so I didn't have as much time to work on it as I would usually have. Between those two things, I didn't enjoy it as much as I probably would have done another time. So it gets 5 for image, 3 for enjoyment, purely for the amount of confetti, and it felt like I was never making progress with the small amounts of time I could work on it, and 5 for colours. Then we have Scaredy Cats by Jeff Haney from Diamond Art Club. This is 71cm by 56cm, square diamonds, and has 46 colours including 1 AB and 1 glow in the dark. It started 21st September and finished 25th of October. I also participated in 2 events, Bella Art's Spooky DP Along and Jaws and Chills 2025. This was a dream to work on. It was only the second Diamond Art Club kit I'd worked on with the newest diamonds and perforated cover, and I've got to say, they're beautiful. This was one of their first kits with lines to show the perforations, and it was one of the ones where the cover stuck the wrong way, so the ink bled onto the kit. But being square, you can't see it, so that was all good. Scores for this are 5 for image, 5 for enjoyment, and 5 for colour. Another cat-themed kit. This is Abstract Cat by Eve Izette from Diamond Art Club. It's 51cm by 51cm, square diamonds, and it has 40 colours including 4 ABs. It was started 28th October and finished 16th November. I was pleasantly surprised by the diamonds in this kit, as they were all the 13 facet ones, rather than the really old mixed facet, which is what I was expecting based on when I purchased it. The DMC stickers were driving me slightly mad though, as they just wouldn't stay stuck to my trays. First time I've had that happen, but they were falling off constantly, right up until I was finished with it. So scores are 4 for image, another old one that just isn't my style anymore, 4 for enjoyment. The stickers were a minor thing, but other than the eyes, you couldn't really see progress of the image because of the style of it. I like to be able to see what part I've just completed, if that makes sense. And 5 for colour. Ending the year on a lot of smaller canvases, the next one is Foggy Stroll by Lauren Laguire from Bella Art Diamonds. It's 40cm by 41cm, square diamonds, and has 46 colours including 4 ABs. It was started 22nd of November and finished 29th of November. I think this Ghosty series by Lauren is probably one of my favourites, so I knew I would love this image. It's definitely a step away to view it one though, too close and the ghost looks very yellow, but there are a lot of the higher facet diamonds which fit together beautifully. For image it gets 5, 4 for enjoyment. There were a lot of trash in the mixed facet diamonds and more gapping in the diamonds than normal, and then 4 for colour. Some of the colours just weren't right compared to the DMC they should have been. Like the blue at the bottom of the ghost should be 2 fairly different shades, but you can barely tell them apart. Next is Sesame Street Friends by Sesame Workshop from Diamond Art Club. It's 40.9cm by 32.8cm, round diamonds, and has 15 colours including 2 ABs. It was started 30th November and I finished it the same day. This isn't an image I would pick for myself at all, but it came as a free mystery gift with an order I made in 2023, so I thought it was about time I worked on it. I loved the colour blocking, especially as I got to use my monster placer, which I hadn't been able to use in a while. It was a lot of fun, but I really didn't like the fact that Big Bird was all AB. Thankfully the monster placer works with ABs, so that made it so much better than placing them individually. Scores are 3 for image, purely because it's not my style at all, 4 for enjoyment, I really don't like the big AB areas, and 5 for colour. The penultimate kit of the year is Celestial Butterfly by Elizabeth Albert from Bella Art Diamonds. It's 40cm by 39cm, square diamonds, and has 36 colours including 3 ABs and 1 metallic. It was started 5th of December and finished 14th of December. I also participated in a Bella to Remember. This was another Bella kit with a lot of the diamonds being the higher facet ones, which I really like. They seem to be a lot more accurate to DMC colour and there's very little trash in them. This was also fun working with my first metallic diamond. At first they kind of look like ABs, but they don't have that rainbow shine that ABs do. They are like tiny pieces of shiny metal. This is also the first kit I've done a full post review for, so hopefully I can get that edited and up soon so you can see it in even more detail. This is 5 for image, 4 for enjoyment. There was too much trash in the mixed facet colours, and 5 for colours. The final completed kit of 2025 is Amore by Create from Sparkle Queen Creations. It's 30cm by 40cm, square diamonds, and has 42 colours with a whopping 18 ABs. It was started 14th December and finished 19th December. This was an event prize, so not the usual image I would go for, but I really enjoyed trying out another small shop. Unfortunately, shipping to the UK puts most of these small shops out of my price range, but there were a lot that I would love to try out. I loved colour blocking the background of this one, although there were a lot of trash in the white to the point I ran out with about 15 to 20 still to place. So I went back through the trash, picking out the best ones. This gets 4 for image, just not my style, and the text not being in the centre annoyed me a tiny bit. The hazards of being a designer, I guess. 4 for enjoyment, it was just running out of the white because of trash that lost it one here. And 4 for colours. Some of the pinks aren't quite right from a distance, but I think it works fine for the style. So now you've seen everything, let's see what tiers they're falling into. Please remember this is just my opinion and for fun. Last year one of my favourite finished images ended up on the lowest tier just because it wasn't enjoyable to actually complete, but here are the results for 2025. There's just one in our lowest tier, and that's Bittersweet. Next we have Floating Lantern, National Parks Edition 2, Sesame Street Friends and Amore. Then in bronze position we have Blue, The Mushroom Witch, Magic Rats, Cottage by the Lake, Abstract Cat and Foggy Stroll. Silver goes to Hogwarts Express and Celestial Butterfly. And in gold position we have Mystery 59, Desert Bloom Dreamcatcher and Scaredy Cats. So that's how all the kits I completed in 2025 ranked based on my experience. Links to all of the ones that are still available will be in the description. There's also a link to my Instagram where you can look back through all of the ones I've completed over the years in my highlights. Hope you all have a great new year and I'll see you in 2026. Thanks for watching. Bye!